So what are some of the common mistakes that both residential and commercial business customers make in the lead up to applying for a loan?
Okay, so I suppose from a residential point of view, it would be things like looking at your savings pattern, whether or not you've been putting your money away on a regular basis, because the banks will look at your savings history for that. They normally want a 3-month savings history, so making sure that's the case. If you've been gifted money from parents and you just put it straight into your account, that's not considered to be genuine savings. So one big thing is you need to have consistent savings over a period of months to show the bank that you have that propensity to do that. Also looking at, comparing interest rates, not just rates alone, but looking at what fees are also attached to a particular bank's offering that they're giving you. It's not always the best rate, it's always about fees and so forth. They talk about comparison rates. Comparison rate is the actual rate plus the fees on top of it, which gives you the end rate. So don't always look at the bottom rate, always look at what the comparison rate is, because that takes all those fees into account as well. And generally just looking at your spending habits before you go and apply for a loan, and making sure that you're not overspending and overcommitting yourself, because they will look at your spending habits as opposed to what you're declaring as your living expenses. That's pretty much it on the residential side. On the business side, borrowing mistakes is generally, from a business point of view, is not sort of knowing what bank to go to for a particular loan. If you're looking at wanting a construction loan, there's certain banks that I wouldn't approach because they're not really big into construction. So it's about knowing which bank will do what type of loans for you and which banks won't. Trying to pick one that aligned to your industry, which is hard to know, and that's why you probably would go and see a broker, because we sort of have an idea of what banks like what particular industry.